Purchasing property can be cutthroat, especially as recent reports show a sharp rise in buyer urgency. From bidding wars to reserve prices, the real estate world is packed with pitfalls that could cost you dearly if you're not prepared.
But today we will try to take some of the guesswork out of the process as part of our I Would Never series with a veteran auctioneer busting the popular myths around buying and selling and the tips to save you thousands. Auctioneer Tom Panos joins us now. Good morning. Okay, firstly, you say you would never bid at an auction timidly, loud and proud.
Yeah, so Nat, the reason I say that is that sometimes when I leave an auction and I look at the underbidder, and I'll go past and I'll say, good luck with your searching. They'll say, there was no point going on. They were never going to stop. They were aggressive. They really wanted it. So I think sometimes the perception of a dominant bidder scaring them, saying, I've got unlimited budgets, I will keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you may not. You've just got to have that bravado. Which leads me to the next one. You say don't bid without having a formal, unconditional approval from the bank.
Yeah, so Matt, sometimes with a lot of mortgage brokers, a lot of the loans come through mortgage brokers, a mortgage broker might say, yeah, it's going to be all good, don't worry. And then when you go and exchange, because if you change your mind or you haven't got the funds, you've got to still go ahead with the auction. And it does happen. People buy, then they're told by their bank, mortgage broker, no, we haven't given you formal approval. We said to you, you could probably get it, but there's no cooling off period, and then you're stuck.
Yeah, got to be unconditional. Pest and building report, you must get one, you say?
Yes. Not for all properties. If you're going to be renovating and it's a dump, it's not going to be a big deal. But if you're going to spend $2 million and the house looks beautiful, it can cosmetically look good on the outside, Nat, but underneath the bonnet, there could be white ants all over the place. So for me, pest and building has to be done.
Just quickly, if the agent or the vendor has organised that, should you do your own independently?
So, good question, because there are companies that provide those up front and they get amortised between the buyers. I think that no pest or builder is going to actually put their name on the line and do the wrong thing.
True.
But if you're the kind of person that is worried about the conflict of interest, go get your own.
Because they're still liable. Let's talk about sellers or vendors. You say don't auction at the same time as someone else on your street.
Yeah, so Matt, picture this. You put your house up for auction. Let's say you're chasing $2 million and there's another house that's up for auction, and they could have an agent, they don't all do it, very few do it, where they underquote. And they might say, oh, this one's going to go for 1.7, but really the owners might be hoping to get a lot more. What happens is it confuses the buyers, and the buyers will say, let's wait to see what actually happens with this. So it's better to be auctioning in a street in isolation, not in combination or competition with another property.
Yeah.
Okay, finally, you say when being allocated an auctioneer, always ask for one with at least 200 auctions under their belt?
Yes, and I said 200. It could be 150, it could be 250. The point I'm making is everything's good when you've got 5 or 10 bidders and it's going to go crazy. But what happens when someone at an auction says and try and scares everyone away? And I know you've told me you've had an experience with it, where they say, and this has happened to me, someone put their hand up just before I started the auction. He goes, Mr. Auctioneer, can you tell me, is this land contaminated or not? And you can imagine, it scares everyone away. And people are thinking, what don't we know?
Yes.
So a good auctioneer is the person that understands that and says, sir, if you're concerned about bidding with a property with contamination, I suggest you should have done your searches, and I find it really interesting that you're asking this today and hadn't asked it along through the campaign. I suggest that you refrain from bidding. Most of the times, they keep bidding. It's purely a tactic.
Yeah, most of the time, well, that's what happened to us. They were the ones that wanted the house and they ended up buying it. It was to scare everyone off. There was nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, that's interesting,
it's really
isn't it?
Scary.
Is there a particular mannerism once you've sold? Do you slap the paper down? Do you have your gavel? What do you do?
So you won't believe this. I've been doing this for decades. I don't use a hammer. Never used a hammer. Right. What I do is I seem to get the contract and
Here you go.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Going once, twice, third and final call. Sold to Matt for $87 million. Well done.
$87 million.
87.
I didn't have approval, sir. Sorry. How do I get out of this one?
We'll have to talk about that after.
Thanks for coming in. Really appreciate it.
Right.